Hey everybody, Rachel K. Collier here. Hope you're all having an awesome summer so far. The last couple of weeks, I've been getting really stuck into this Fantom-06 from Roland. And this is from the new series of Fantoms, a little bit more slimline and portable. I'm loving this thing. Not only is it a standalone synth, a sequencer, a sampler, a very good MIDI controller, it also has, wait for it, DAW integration. So in today's video, I'm going to be hooking this up to Ableton Live, doing a little performance with just the Fantom-06, and then I'm going to break it down for you. Let's get into it. Through a lens, but most of perfect is pretend. Flawless are feelers which to play. Float on the surface, stick to say. Sincerity fails, your front is your sail, and somehow you can't let go. Layers untied, shadows and sunlight, perception's not airtight, so you should know I've got no halo. Though no sinner inside, I've got no halo. I can't do everything right. Nostalgic for the simpler times. Throwback to calmer states of mind. And now it's numbers instead of words that make you someone, make you hurt. Living behind the veil, sincerity fails. Your front is your sail, and somehow you can't let go. Layers untied, shadows and sunlight, perception's not airtight, so you should know I've got no halo. Though no sinner inside, I've got no halo. I can't do everything right.
you can't let go. Layers untied, shadows and sunlight. Perception's not airtight, so you should know. Thank you very much.
So I hope you enjoyed my little performance of No Halo. Let me know in the comments below if you think I should release that track. But right now, I've dimmed the lights, I've added some more gadgets. Let me break it down and explain to you how that all worked. So first things first, before I dive into the specifics of the track, with the Fantom, I've just hooked it up via USB into my computer, and by pressing this little button here, door control, on my Fantom, Ableton Live will magically appear when you've installed the driver. So definitely do that. And then Ableton Live looks pretty much exactly the same as it looks over on the computer. Obviously, it's a little bit more compact, and you can jump between the mixer window and then the clips window with these buttons here. You can navigate around the project using these little arrows to go down and change it to go across, which is cool. And then it's a touch screen, so everything else you press, it's just going to work just like it does in session view. For my little performance, I have set up what you call on the Fantom a scene, and it's called RKC's Picks, and it's all the sounds that you heard in that track. There's a mixture of MIDI stuff and audio stuff like those nice chords. So just to clarify, a scene on the Fantom is split up into 16 different zones. These zones can be audio channels, MIDI channels, or a mixture of both. I actually used 8 zones in this performance, and I flick between my audio channels and my MIDI channels. Then you can hook up your channels ready to do your live looping. And then in the performance, what I was doing was switching between my zones and then doing my looping within Ableton. So let me demo this for you. Let me turn on my click track here. And then what I did first of all was loop up the kick drum. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then I mapped up these pads with Midi Mapping to tap out of the loop. And then here we go, the next channel I've got is this very RKC sample. So same thing, I'll do the loop for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to switch zone now. Go to this very cool sound. My GoPro's having a little dance. And then I'm going to loop up that channel of audio as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then sneakily press the stop button just in time for it to loop up. And then I continued doing that, added the drums as well, which is another MIDI channel of a drum rack that I created of sounds that I liked. Another audio channel then, which was my guitar, which I felt quite brave playing today. And then scrolling along, I actually did some vocal loops and I did a sneaky little bass loop. And the way I did that performance was by looping up a series of clips and then arranging the stop buttons so that when I trigger, for example, the second scene, certain clips stop, and then I can loop up new clips and then bring new clips back in. So just for example, I got my 3 clips in there now. I think we need 1 more. So I'm going to trigger scene 1. I've also mapped this up to the pads here. So let's loop up those drums. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I mapped up a big reverb swell, filter, press scene 2, and these clips will keep going because I've removed those stop buttons, and then I can gradually bring things back in. So of course, with any Ableton Live performance and a controller, it's essential that we can do some MIDI mapping. And this Fantom, you can map up all of these knobs and all of these sliders. So in the performance, you probably heard me going to the higher octave. So I've just assigned the on and off button there for an octave higher. I also assigned CC31 to a lovely little delay, and CC33 to a reverb. Whoa, that one's pretty intense. And then this little slider here, I mapped up to my Xenology effect. And then I also had like the overdrive mapped to the first sound. So I mapped that up in Ableton with some reverb. Which is pretty fun. And you can tell all these knobs and sliders exactly what CC note you want it to be. And you do that quite simply by jumping into your menu, go into your scene edit, and then you can scroll down here, and this is where you can choose your MIDI CC number and the range, and then you can do exactly the same thing for the sliders as well. So there we have it. I really hope you enjoyed my little performance and breakdown with the Fantom-06. This is an epic workstation. I definitely recommend checking it out. I'm going to be taking this out with me live on stage as well, combining it with all my other gear. I'm really excited for that. If you want to learn how to perform in more depth with Ableton Live, then I have made a whole course that goes through all my tips and tricks in extreme detail. So there's a link in my description there if you do want to check out that. Otherwise, don't forget, I've got my Patreon community. We're over in Discord. We've got monthly music making challenges. I give away all the stems, sample packs. There's just loads of stuff happening there, and it's always good to see new faces. So come and join us over in the Patreon. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Mwah.